What's going on, everybody? Scandal hit today when Candid was shown to be paying off anti-feminist... Oh, one second. Hello? Oh, hey! It's the CEO of Candid. We're doing a video on you. What did you guys need? Oh, yeah, I know that you wanted to pay for me to say good things about it, but I couldn't due to my ethics, so you understand how ethical... Oh, you'll double. No, triple. You'll. So all I gotta do is come back and defend you in a second video, and you'll be okay. All right, yeah. All right. Thanks. Bye. All right, guys, let's take a look at Candid, the most open and free speech place there ever was, except for the parts where it's not. In the top story today, several anti-feminists and GamerGaters have come under criticism after promoting an application called Be Candid. These promotions often talked about the advantages of freedom of speech, such as what we see in Bearing's video.
We've made an app that lets you say whatever the fuck you want about anything, and considering the tense atmosphere on some of the mainstream social networking sites at the moment, with censorship being a real possibility for those with the wrong opinion, I think I'll keep using it.
Or if not explicitly stating it, heavily inferring it, as you can tell in Mundane Matt's video.
And your opinions, and your memes, and your jokes, and your loves, and your hates, and your desires, and your fears, all of those things are perfectly allowed and 100% anonymous on Candid. Candid is a great sponsor for my channel. I truly do like what they're doing. I respect what they're doing, and in this day and age, I feel that more companies need to stand up to the narrative that has been crafted by those who want to control everything, control free speech, control free thought. Candid will definitely do their damnedest to block that from happening.
However, all of this came to a head when Harmful Opinion did several videos showing how Be Candid wasn't really freedom of speech, more as it was getting your opinion out as long as you didn't have harmful words.
Recently, I've seen a ton of people here on YouTube promoting Candid, a kind of anonymous chat service, and I thought, with all these guys, people like Shoe on Head, Mundane Matt, Bearing, The Amazing Atheist, and so many others on Candid's payroll, who's going to take a critical look at this? Guess that task falls to me. There's something I find a bit sinister about this sponsor's product. Something you probably won't hear from people who are being paid to make Candid look good. You see, if you use Candid, you are being used as a guinea pig in a censorship AI experiment.
Alright guys, I apologize if this segment is a little off. It's an update to what I originally had. Now originally I was going to go in and talk about how Harmful Opinions had responses from both TJ and Mundane Matt, and how we may not be able to trust that because of a clip I'm about to show you right here.
Right, so the first one is from Harmful Opinions. And he asks, are the YouTubers you had signed contracts with you allowed to say whatever they want? Will there be any consequences? Will you go after them?
Thanks, Harmful Opinions, for that question. Yes, the way this works is, YouTubers we work with do have agreements with us, and most of the time they're allowed to say whatever they want on their YouTube channels. The agreements really typically cover the sponsored video, and as well as they're even in the sponsored video, they're actually allowed to say more or less whatever they want. We try to be pretty open, and we try to give creative control to most of our YouTubers because that's the point. I think Bearing and Patrick himself has done one. We do have a document which gives you some high-level guidelines about
Bindu, I think you mentioned that before, but you just partially doxed me. Thanks for that.
I doxed you?
I'm manager. You said my first name. Nobody knows my first name, but that's all right. Let's
I'm
continue.
so sorry. I'll stick to Bearing. I am so sorry. So yes, Bearing. We do give people some high-level talking points. We do want them to be as creative as possible, and yeah, they are allowed to pretty much say whatever they want.
Right.
There is also, I mean, if the question is there any kind of non-disparagement clause against Candid? Yes, there is also a non-disparagement clause against Candid. I have to look exactly into the agreement to tell you, how long it is for, but I think it's for some period of time. I don't think it's forever. For what?
For 2 years.
Yeah,
and just as a
years.
side note, in order to be able to approach this stream impartially, we've waived that non-disparagement clause in my contract for the duration of this stream, haven't we?
However, after pointing this out on Twitter, how people may not be able to respond after being sponsored by Candid due to this legal requirement, Baring got in touch with me. That Twitter conversation is in the description below, but ultimately he stated that yes, you can say anything you wanted about Be Candid, you just have to be truthful on it, quote unquote. When I asked him why he would then have a waiver if all he is doing is saying things that are true or going to ask questions that may or may not be true, he said he was just being careful. Now, we go out of our way to point out that this is commentary and not news. I'm not a journalist. I just enjoy talking about the news and bringing it to you guys so you don't have to go out and search for it. So I will take Baring at his word. He has never lied as far as I can tell. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and we're going to get back to the actual video with this segment now done. Now, while still promoting Be Candid, Armored Skeptic had a moderate opinion of things, explaining that, yes, it was not freedom of speech, but it is still a very cool app, as you can see in this clip.
Sure, it's not the Valhalla of free speech. You're not allowed to say anything you want, but you're allowed to discuss anything, including how important free speech is. Yes, other YouTube creators misspoke when they said this is a free speech platform, but when they say Candid is about freedom, they mean freedom from consequence, freedom from worry, freedom from fear, not the freedom to say literally anything you want. They're creating a middle ground where sensitive snowflakes and brash anti-feminists can explain their side of every issue with each other.
So honestly, I think that this was something that a lot of YouTubers did without reading the fine print or even looking into it, especially when it comes to Baring, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.